The last time you guys saw this, there was more smoke pouring out of it than Willie Nelson's tour bus. For those of you who didn't see the previous episode, what happened is, if you notice here, the whole machine is tipped to the rear, and once you start grinding a stump, obviously the front end goes even higher, tipping it even more. And I'm thinking that the extreme angle that it was tilted at allowed oil to get past the piston, up into the exhaust, hence all the smoke was pouring out of it. What I did was purchase some larger wheels, which of course didn't fit, so I zip tied them to the frame, and they've been sitting there ever since. I stuck this angle gauge on the top of it, and you can see that we're tilted back, I'm gonna say 7 degrees. I finally got the parts to make these wheels fit this axle. Stick around and I'm gonna put it all together. So here's where the problem lies. This is a 1/2 inch hole in the center of this bearing. The shaft on the snowblower is a 3/4 hole. A 3/4 shaft does not fit into a 1/2 inch bearing. What I tried to do at first was knock these bearings out and stick some other bearings in there I had. Of course, none of those were the right size either. I had a friend 3D print me some bushings. Let's see how they fit. Man, that is like precision fit. I don't know what kind of plastic he used. He said it was supposed to be something that was somewhat hardened, or not hardened, but you know, dense. I think it's gonna be just the ticket. Hopefully, this slides right over that rusty shaft. Let's get that wheel yanked off and see. Well, cleaning the rust off the shaft still wasn't enough clearance, so now we're going to take a flat disc on a grinder and sand that down a little bit to where this bushing will just slide right over there, hopefully. Spacer on. I'm going to put a little bit of dielectric grease, which is just silicone grease, on this shaft. Hopefully that helps the bushing slide a little bit better on here. Oh, come on, I had you on there once. Hopefully I left enough room for this washer here. No, it's going to be tight it looks like, but got the washer on there so the clip doesn't wear into my bushing. Now let's put this snap ring back on. C-clip, I guess. There we go, reinstalled. Seems to spin pretty freely. I'm happy with that. One side down. I'll go ahead and repeat the process over here. Well, hopefully you can see just how much better that looks. The motor is no longer tipped towards the back whatsoever. Actually, it is now tipped towards the front 1 degree. So we've gone 8 degrees, which means, well, here, I'll set you on the ground and I'll tip it back 8 degrees and you can see just how high up we can go. That's how much the motor was tilted before. And honestly, that's about how high it's going to be tilted just to grind a normal stump. It's a good 3-4 inches off the ground right now. Hopefully this solves our problem. I don't know. Let's go put it to the test. We can see I got it down to about ground level, maybe an inch below in some spots. I'm not going to try and get it any too deep and plant grass over top of it. I mean, for crying out loud, it's next to my pumpkin patch. It's not that big of a deal. Just want to be able to mow over top of it and not have to weed whack around the dumb thing. You can see the wheels seem to have fixed the exhaust. There was no smoke there whatsoever. So I think we're gonna call this a win. If you guys like this build series, I know it's been drug out for over a year now, but please subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you then.